And this is the cheapest interest rates we've ever had in history. The fact of it is we've got lockdowns, and how's that going
Move
to
to
affect
Canberra.
the future? How's that going to affect the future of property? Well,
Yeah.
the RBA have been talking about putting their rates up. I don't know if people heard about that. And we spoke about a bit of that stuff the other day about rates and what's happening. Because you realise at the moment we're in an amazing part of history. We've actually interest rates is, I think, interest rates have been around. They got invented about 5,000 years ago in Egypt.
Yes.
And this is the cheapest interest rates we've ever had in history. The thing is, we've got the cheapest interest rates. However, a lot of people are saying, well, you can't get lower than what we got, 0.1%.
Yes.
Can you get lower? Is it true? Is it not true? I'm about to answer that question. Well, guess what, guys? You can go lower. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. What I'm talking about tonight is I've touched on it a few times. Remember I spoke about negative interest rates quite a few years back?
Yes, you did actually.
Yes. So funny enough, right? Because the RBA, they've been talking about that they're winding things back, right?
Yes.
Because we're talking about the free money, right? But let me tell you what's happening.
Explain away.
Right? So they've been printing $5 billion a week. Imagine that.
Wow.
Imagine that if they handed me
Quite the figure.
5 billion. They could create 5 billionaires every week if they wanted to.
Wow.
Right?
And how is that going to affect us as investors?
What they're doing now is they're tapering back. They're cutting it down.
Mm-hmm.
They've decided they're going to cut it down to 4 billion a week now. Like, hello, 4 billion, that's still a lot of money.
That's still a lot of money. Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Absolutely.
Because they were talking about they're going to unwind it. Because what the Reserve Bank have done, they've taken their first little baby step to unwinding their $237 billion monetary stimulus.
It's huge, yeah.
Right? So what it signaled, it's going to lag other central banks in lifting rates, and move remains unlikely before 2024. Listen to that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying rates may not go up until 2024. That's another 4 years.
Wow. So absolutely. And, even if they do go up, George, it's not like it's going to just go up overnight. It's going to be it'll be a gradual thing.
Yeah, totally. But, I mean, it is
just as much as it's been a gradual thing going down.
Yeah, absolutely. But what I'm saying is they've decided to go from 5 billion to 4 billion. That's still a lot of money they're printing every week. Every week there's $4 billion going to the economy. You know what that means? You know what that means?
Money in your bank is worthless.
That means that your deposit in your bank account every week is getting flooded with $4 billion cash, and it's slowly sinking.
Dwindling.
Every week. Now, it was sinking a little bit faster before, slowed down, but it's going down.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. So what happened was they were planning if the wage inflation went up, right? They were going to put interest rates up, but the wages haven't gone up as much as they thought they would. Right? Yeah. So they reckon the first rise in the cash rate won't happen until 2024.
2024.
Yes. So a lot of the markets and banks have been pricing the increase at 22, 23, but the Reserve Bank reckons 24.
Wow.
Right?
Well, it's a year to look out for, really. We're going to get there. It's only 10 years away, 10, 12 years away.
Yeah. So what's happened is, someone's saying, hey, George, where fixed interest rates move upwards slightly. Yes. So the banks have moved fixed interest rates up, and they did it a couple of weeks ago. We already spoke about that. However, the RBA aren't putting them up for a long time. They've just done that. But the reason the banks have put their fixed rates up is because the RBA aren't giving them as much of a cut. They've changed the way they do things. That's all. Right?
Yeah, right.
Also, what they've done now is they're no longer putting a time limit on the money printing,
Ah,
right?
very interesting.
Yeah, so they before they had a time limit, they got rid of it now. So they're saying now, forget time limit, until inflation is up, unemployment is down, we're not doing it. This is the thing though. Inflation is up, but no one's seeing it.